are talking about mindfulness. Maintain this mindfulness. Now, if it is a religious subject, then you can get the chance to calm the mind. If it is a worldly subject, you can develop hopes and confidence and do your work efficiently. So after training for some time, then we come to this subject. Right concentration. Now let us discuss the real meaning of concentration. There are three words: meditation, contemplation, concentration. These three words give different meaning. Meditation is not contemplation. Contemplation is not concentration. Then what is meditation? The word used by the Buddha is bhavana. The meaning of this word, development. Development of the mind. It is not meditation. The method that we apply to develop our mind is called bhavana. For that we use the word meditation. Although it is not very accurate, we have to use it, because everybody is using. But we must know the real meaning, the Buddhist concept of meditation. Otherwise, deep thinking also can be regarded as meditation. But deep thinking is not the Buddhist concept of meditation. Then what is contemplation? Contemplation is not a religious word. We contemplate on various issues. Whenever there is any problem or difficulty or worry, then we think what to do, how to overcome, how to stop, how to escape, or how to win the battle. This is under contemplation. Concentration is analytical interpretation in our thoughts, words, action, body, world, universe, elements, energies, and everything. So within your limited knowledge, your understanding capacity, you try to analyze, try to find out, try to understand the real nature, proper perspective, what it is actually. This is concentration. So after developing this mindfulness, after training our mind to do this, then we start concentration. The word used by the Buddha is very meaningful. Samma Samadhi. Samadhi. The method we adopt to maintain calmness, peace, satisfaction by reducing tension, fear, worries, disturbances in our mind. This is samadhi. So when you calm down mind up to that stage, that is samadhi. Samadhi state. There is another word called samapatti. Nirodha samapatti. Arahantas, the Buddhas, Pacceka Buddhas, occasionally get into this Nirodha Samapatti. That means cut off the five senses and the mind from all these worldly existing things. Then the mind is alone. No objects through any of these senses or mental image. No mental image. No imagination. That is the time Arahantas and the Buddhas and Pacceka Buddhas experience Nibbanic bliss. Bliss in Nibbana. What sort of happiness, release, satisfaction, tranquility they gain when the mind is separated from all these existing things. Then focus the mind directly to experience nirvanic bliss. It is not a sensual, worldly pleasure or worldly happiness. Worldly happiness is means to an end. That means the happiness that we experience at this moment turn into suffering next moment. This is the nature of worldly happiness. In every pleasure, in every worldly happiness that you experience, later or immediately after that, you experience some sort of unsatisfactoriness. You cannot point out a single worldly happiness that which is free from this. But the happiness or the bliss that we gain through this Nirodha Samapatti is not belong to this worldly happiness. Because one day, Ananda asked this question about Nibbanic bliss, happiness. He said, you always preach Nibbanang Paramang Sukham. Nibbana is the highest bliss or happiness. At the same time, you also preach that there is no feeling in Nirvana. If there is no feeling, how can we experience happiness and bliss? Ananda asked this question. Then the Buddha gave the answer. Sariputta also gave the same answer. If there is feeling, that feeling is subject to the impermanence. There must be an end to that feeling. since there is no such feeling in Nibbana, I proclaim Nibbana is the highest bliss, free from feeling. Now you are experiencing various kinds of feeling, pleasant, happy, and very tempting, thrilling, but later you complain, you get fed up, you gain unsatisfactoriness, then you want something else. This is the nature of feeling. So the nirvanic bliss is not like that. So when they attain Nirodha Samapatti, as I mentioned, they completely cut off from even the physical body. Why do they want to attain this? To get rid of the burdens of the physical body. Because this physical body, to them, is a real burden. Still they had to experience pain, ache, and feeding, and cleaning, and washing, and suffer from sicknesses. So therefore, physical body is a real burden. Although we like this so much because of our craving, to them there is no attachment, no craving toward this. So what they do, to get rid of this burden, since they cannot commit suicide, occasionally they get into this Nirodha Samapatti, completely cut off the mind from the physical body. No more feeling, no more sensation, and no worldly object to disturb the mind. So, this is after attaining Arahanta or Buddhahood. Now here we are talking about concentration. Now how are we going to concentrate? We cannot concentrate properly if we have not trained our mind earlier. If we have not practiced mindfulness to train the mind, that wild mind. Mind is just like wild animal. Very difficult to tame. Most difficult thing to tame. We can tame wild animals easily. Monkeys, tigers, lions, we can tame. Even then, it is not so easy for us to tame our own mind. It is true. That is why we had to go through such a long period, go on training, taming. Then the mind is trained, then come to concentration. What are the objects we take into our mind for this concentration? First we had to think and analyze what this body is. When we realize the real nature, then we reduce strong attachment, craving, crazy attitude. After that, we reduce certain cunning and cruel and selfish methods that we adopt to maintain, to support this physical body. When we realize this physical body is a real nuisance, very ungrateful, throughout our life, day and night, we are serving this physical body like slaves. Even then, every minute, every second gives trouble. Because this body is not the life. Poor life has to suffer because of the physical body. And life has no time to look after itself, all the while attending to physical body. Feeding, bathing, cleaning, washing, applying, beautifying, decorating. How many things are there for us to do for this? But we don't do anything to look after our life, our mind. We ignore our life but concentrate on our physical body. But every day we are experiencing unpleasant, unhappy, ungrateful, miserable experience. But we never give up hope. Our craving toward this physical body is so grave. Under any circumstance, we never give up hope. We are willing to kill thousands and thousands of others just to maintain this physical body, just to protect this physical body. We can become very cruel, very dangerous human being to look after this one physical body. But we neglect our life. This is the advantage of concentration. When you concentrate deeply, then analyze what this physical body is. Then analyze into two groups. This is nothing but combinations of mind and matter, two groups. Now you are analyzing. Then you analyze this body or the matter. Only four elements. Solidity, fluidity, heat, motion. These four elements. Nothing but four elements. Then you analyze your mental energy. That is the combinations of four energies. Feeling, sensation, if not perception or recognition, your mental habit, tendencies, and consciousness. When these mental energies, four elements, join together, then the formation takes place as life and visible object as physical body. But when we analyze, we can see only these things. After our death, all the four mental energies completely depart, separate. No more. Amongst those elements, only two elements remain. Heat, motion, wind, the breathing, also no more. Two elements also disappear. Now only two elements remain. Solidity, fluidity. Bones and flesh and blood and fluid. Only these two remain. After some time, fluidity also separates. No more fluidity. Then remain only one element, solid, bones. Bones also remain, say about 50 to 60 years. After that, turn into earth. All disappear. This is called analytical knowledge. So when we concentrate in that way, we can reduce lot of mistake and evil deeds, bad habits, selfishness, by realizing the real nature of this life and the body. So very clearly mentioned in Satipatthana Sutta, the way of mindfulness. Again, in the same sutra, Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana, Dhammanupassana. 4 methods for you to concentrate. Kaya means body, just now I explained. How to concentrate on body and how to analyze, to understand what this body is. Then we come to Vedana, feeling, sensation. There are 3 kinds of feeling. Every second we are experiencing pleasant, unpleasant and neutral. Pleasant and unpleasant feeling we take seriously. A neutral feeling we ignore. Neutral means when there is no pain and no pleasure. In between pain and pleasure, that is called neutral. We ignore that. The trouble with us is this: what is there to concentrate? We do not know. When the nice feeling, pleasant feeling that we experience, we go crazy. We say very nice. When that nice feeling separated, disappears, we create disappointment. We worry. We cry. Then we try to gain the same pleasure by adopting any kind of crooked method or wicked method. Because you want to experience this nice feeling again. Concentration is important for us to stop this, not to go crazy. To understand the nature of pleasant and nice feeling is such, these things appear and disappear, appear and disappear. So when you realize this, then you can stop worrying and crying and lamenting and complaining and accusing and adopting any harmful method to get it. That is why concentration on feeling is important. Then unpleasant, painful, miserable feeling. When such feeling occurs, we cry and worry, accuse and complain and blame, create lot of trouble because of that unpleasant feeling. So when we concentrate on that unpleasant feeling or pain, then we have to think, this ache or pain or unpleasant feeling is also impermanent. This unpleasant feeling also appear and disappear. The unpleasant feeling that I am experiencing now or today may disappear few days time or after some time. Then you get some sort of hopes and confidence. You can reduce your tension and frustration, unhappiness. Not only that. Pain. When you concentrate on your pain, you can reduce the pain. How? It will become a mental therapy. When you hate your pain, you aggravate, because the poisonous mental energy with hatred aroused the pain. When you harmonize with your pain, without hating, without poisoning your mind, concentrating on this way, yes, pain, pain. Directly you concentrate your mind toward that spot, area, without having any ill feeling. Then pain also slowly reduces. The mental energy. That is called mental therapy. So not to hate, not to create trouble because of your unpleasant pain. Concentration is important. When neutral pain, feeling, you experience, you don't complain. Now I am having pain in my leg because of an accident. When people come and ask, how is your leg now? I say, very painful. After few days time, when everything is cured, then you come and ask, how do you feel now? I say, very nice. Now, can I tell you that what is that nice thing? Is there anything for me to show you? Although I said very nice, what is that nice thing? There is nothing. Nice means no pain. You understand? How are you? Okay. Okay means no pain, no trouble. Otherwise there is nothing to say okay. How are you? Oh, fine, thank you. That means no complaint. This is neutral. But this neutral feeling also impermanent, changeable. There is no guarantee that we maintain the same neutral feeling without experiencing unpleasant feeling again. Uncertainty is there. When we concentrate on pleasant, unpleasant, neutral feeling in this way, we can avoid all the problems. Vedananupassi. Then chitte chittanupassi. Real nuisance, how to talk it. Very nice to concentrate it. Cannot talk. Now the third item. Chitte chittanupassi viharati. Concentrate on your mind. What is in your mind? You do not know what is in your mind. This is the biggest problem with us. We have so many ingredients, so many evil forces. The real nature. Some are very jealous by nature. Others can see very clearly. They are jealous for nothing. We are jealous and we do not know why we are jealous. And what do we gain by harboring this jealousy in our mind? Nothing. We pollute our own mind. We create unpleasant atmosphere. We create enemies, create misunderstanding because of our jealousy. Now concentrate. I am jealous. I know that. Analyze. What do I gain? Nothing. More bad effects. Therefore, I must develop my mind to reduce this jealousy. This is the meaning of concentration on our mind. then one day you will become very nice, very understanding, very cooperative, very pleasant looking person. Because no more jealousy. Again, another person is very hot-tempered. Very easily get angry and shout and beat others and use vulgar words and create havoc, violence. Because cannot control that emotion. It is emotion. It is not hatred. Human emotion mix up with selfishness. Then we have so many living examples to understand the danger of this character. So you cannot stop this at once. By concentrating on your mind, you get the chance to suppress. When that anger or emotion flare up, then immediately you can calm down. This is the only method we can do. Then slowly we can train. Very easily we can do that. Suddenly you get angry. Then immediately you have to think, this anger can create enormous problems and troubles and misunderstanding, calamities. Why not I control it? Then slowly. You know, a cobra suddenly put up like this, wait for a short while, and there is nothing, then slowly bring down. So this anger is exactly a sleeping cobra in our mind. So when we concentrate on this, by training this mind, then anger also control. Concentrate. Then some people are very stingy, never willing to contribute anything for the benefit of others, so selfish. They like to burn and throw away, but not willing to contribute for the benefit of others. That is their need. Then concentrate. Do you know, we have three kinds of craving. I have explained earlier in my talk. The last one is more dangerous. That is called craving for non-existence. Craving for existence, very easy, we know. Craving for pleasure, we know. Craving for non-existence is not so easy to understand, but this one is more dangerous than the other two. The danger of this craving for non-existence is this. We are willing to destroy and burn, throw away our valuable thing without allowing others to use. We don't like to see that others use our things, our clothing, our jewelry, our food, cannot tolerate. So we can burn them and destroy, we feel happy, but we are not willing to donate or allow others to use. That is called craving for non-existence, one aspect of this. So, by realizing this, we train our mind. Why should we become so selfish? Why not we share with others? Allow others also to live happily, contribute something. After that, you also gain happiness. Train the mind. through that concentration, you trained your mind. Then some others always maintain lustful thought. Lustful means romantic. That is the aim of their life. In simple language, sex life. To them, that is the main purpose of their life. They are willing to spend any amount, spend their time even without food. That is their need. By realizing this, then try to train the mind not to be crazy. In the end, we have to suffer. And there will be so many problems and troubles and difficulties physically, mentally, because of this attitude. Then go on reducing. Now train the mind. Now you are not slaves for that sensual pleasure, mental development. So when we analyze, one by one, there are so many in our mind. Again, the other side. When you come to know that there are certain evil forces, anger, jealousy, grudge and ill will, enmity in your mind, through this concentration you try to calm down, bring down and down and down. Then on the other hand, you try to cultivate and develop. What is that? You knew that you are not kind. But you know kindness is good. Then slowly develop this kindness, bring up, develop. Then you are not very cooperative. You don't want to associate with others, harmonize. Very funny character. By realizing the weakness of this, then you try to associate with others, talk to them nicely, and after that you can have nice companions. Change the mental attitude. Then you are not patient. You cannot tolerate little bit of disturbances. You make hell of a noise. Accuse and blame and condemn and criticize. Then your own experiences are more than enough to understand the danger of this. Then train the mind to be patient, to tolerate. Then your own mind experience peace. That is through this concentration. So there are many good and bad forces in the mind. Develop the mind through concentration to reduce the evil forces and to cultivate the good thoughts. Then the last one is Dhamme Dhammanupassi Viharati. The Dhamma. Here Dhamma means not the teachings of the Buddha. Usually we give the meaning only teachings of the Buddha as Dhamma. There are many meanings. The nature is called Dhamma. Phenomena is called Dhamma. And natural occurrences is called Dhamma. Here the Dhamma means why evil thoughts appear in the mind. How these thoughts appear. Why good thoughts appear. And how do they appear. This is very interesting. Many people cannot understand how wicked things, evil things appear in the human mind at the beginning. Very big problem. when human mind, the human life appeared on this earth, how this wickedness or cruelty or jealousy or anger, all these evil forces appear in this human mind. Cannot understand. Because of this poor understanding, other religions try to explain the devils influence us to develop all these evil thoughts, because there is no other way for them to interpret. Temptation created by devil. Anger and jealousy and wickedness also created by devil. But Buddhism never accepts this. When the first human life appeared on this earth, Adam and Eve, other religions, Buddhism also says 2 persons from Deva Loka, Brahma world, came down. So other religions say created by the God. Buddhism says not created by the God, but God came down and settled down. Came from Devaloka and settled down. Are the difference. Then other religion says, at the beginning, they had no craving, no anger, no jealousy, no evil forces in their mind. Then the devil appeared. Devil appeared and influenced, created temptation. Temptation is craving. Then starts all the other evil forces because of that. Buddhism also says something. When you read Aganya Sutra, the Buddha's Discourse, the Buddha says, there is nobody to come and influence this life. Those who appeared on this earth had their own intrinsic nature hidden, suppressed, but not eradicated. Before they come down to this earth, they had a very, very lesser degree of temptation or craving or anger or jealousy, not visible, not noticeable. Now when we meditate, we can suppress all these things, remain at the bottom of the mind as sediment. When that mind is stirred, again they come up to the surface of the mind. So these Brahmas or Devas who came down to this earth, during their previous birth, through their meditation, they have controlled their mind. All their human weaknesses were under control. Then what happened? Adam and Eve, tempted by devil, ate the forbidden fruit, then become sinners. The Buddha says, when these 2 persons appear, on this earth, because this is after the formations of new world system, no other living beings on this earth at that time. On this earth, at that time, there was a cream, very tempting aroma. They could not tolerate this aroma. So they wanted to test, took little bit and tested. Very tasty. Better than durian ice cream. Then develop their hidden craving arouse. Formerly, their way of life is such. They never take any solid food for their living. Piti bhakha bhavisvama deva abhasarayata. Here the Buddha says how they live. Their food is happiness. Only happiness. no any other solid food. Because of that, they maintain luminous bodies, miraculous powers. So when they came down to this earth, after arousing, developing temptation and developing craving, they lost their luminous physical body and miraculous power because of craving. Here, other religion says, because of eating forbidden food, we have become sinners. Buddhism says, after eating this cream, arouse their own hidden craving and develop their mental defilement, they have become worldly people, not sinners. Concentrate and study, you can see the difference. We are not sinners. We become worldly people because of that craving. Otherwise we will be free from many problems. Other religion says, we were created by God to live forever, without sickness, without old age, without death. Because of that forbidden food, we have become sinners. Now we have to suffer from sicknesses and old age and death because of that. The Buddhism says, no. The nature of worldly life is such, sicknesses, old age, death are natural. If you don't like sicknesses, old age and death, then reduce, craving, reduce. After that you will be free from all this. So now, how evil forces appear in the mind. When one particular evil force, craving, appear, thousands and one. Mental impurities also develop. They develop just like bacteria. Within few minutes, millions and billions of bacteria they can produce. Evil thoughts in the mind also exactly like this. Concentration, right concentration is for us to understand how to control this mind without allowing these evil forces to multiply the virus and bacteria in the mind, to poison the mind. Again, we have our own humane qualities as human beings. Our natural humane qualities, not created by religion, not given by God or anybody. Our natural characters. That means animals have their own animal instinct for their living, and they know how to do their duties towards each others, to attend to each others, to maintain certain things in the animal community. In our human community, we have our own behavior. Now religions appear later. Before all these religions come into existence, we had our Manushya Dharma. Manushya Dharma means human characteristic, human nature, human behavior, humanism. Later, when the concept of God injected into humanism, that humanism become a religion. That is how religions come into existence. Earlier we never had any religion. We developed this concept of God because we knew that is important. It is important to many people. Belief in God is very important. But there are many others who can satisfy without that. But the majority of them need that concept, that belief, to develop their hopes and confidence and belief. then cultivate our unity, harmony, understanding, cooperation. These are all under humanism, not religion. Before religions appeared, human beings knew all these things. Then the development starts from there. Kindness, compassion, honesty or sincerity, tolerance, patience, all the good qualities. Then develop up to the highest level of metta. Metta means compassionate love. The love we develop without expecting anything in return. That is called metta. In our kindness there is selfishness. We expect something in return. The kindness that father and mother develop toward children, it is not metta, it is kindness. Because parents also expect something from children. Children love their parents because they need something from the parent, otherwise they never love. This is the nature of this kindness and love. But metta is completely free from this. Goodwill. We extend our kindness, compassion and pray for their happiness and peace without expecting anything from them, without any discrimination. That is metta. Our religion is important here to cultivate up to that maximum level. Because we are biased. We extend our kindness and cooperation towards only certain people, our own community, our own race, or the followers of our own religion. That is the narrowness of this human mentality. But religion teaches us how to extend further and further without expecting anything in return. So when we develop our concentration to analyze our mind, how to cultivate all these good qualities, how to calm the mind, to bring down all the evil forces, we have completed all the 4 methods for concentrating. Now the mind is very tamed and trained very well, cultured. Mind is cultured, not wild, not wicked. And now very difficult for us to harm others. And we don't like to bluff others. We can tolerate many things to maintain peace and harmony. We develop our understanding and cooperation for us to live together. All the good qualities are noticeable when we develop this concentration. In the end, after going through developing, then lobha, dosa, moha, 3 evil roots eradicated. Then realized anicca, dukkha, anatta, the nature of existing things through analysis. Everything is changeable, yes. Everything faces some sort of friction, clashes, sufferings, unsatisfactoriness. Anatta, when you analyze, in the end, there is nothing to remain as permanent entity, any substance. Anicca, dukkha, anatta, realize. That is vipassana meditation. Then attain sotapanna, sakadagami, anagami, arahanta and nibbana. This is the method taught by the Buddha as 8 noble paths for us to practice and to find out, to see the end of all our physical and mental unpleasant feelings and suffering. That is called nibbanic bliss. Thank you.
Any questions? Okay, now can you please rise for Chief's list?